All right, I think we're good to go. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Let me move something over here very fast. All right. Sorry I haven't been online. I'd already told you guys this a little bit, but my camera was broken. So what you guys are seeing me on right now is one of my first video cam things I ever bought. It has terrible quality. As you can see, the glitchiness of my hand just moving around. It is definitely not my 6K camera. However, I was able to send that in yesterday. Here's Loki trying to say hello. There he goes. So I should get it back in around 10 days or so, and you're going to see me streaming a lot more once I get my camera back. For now, I probably will be making a lot more videos on tutorials and that stuff of that nature, but because of everything going on the last few days, everybody, I want to make sure that you guys kind of have an idea of all the craziness that's going on. So, sorry, Loki's trying to sniff my shirt because I just got it cleaned up and it smells very flowery, maybe, I don't know. And hey, hold your pause. Hope you're doing very, very well, man. Yeah, so I mean, let's talk about Bitcoin here, guys. I don't know how many people is going to get notifications of this video because I have been posting a lot of shorts on the politics and stuff going on. I'm hesitantly watching Loki because I just made some coffee here because I've not been getting enough sleep. And see, there he goes to try to steal some coffee. No, I don't want him to spill the coffee. He can take a sip of coffee. No, I don't think dogs can have caffeine. But yeah, go play upstairs or something. Yeah, go upstairs. Go say hi to mom. My mom and sister are over here because they're all getting ready for my sister's graduation, who's in a few hours. So before I head out for my sister's graduation, you can probably see my suit jacket behind me. I wanted to give you guys a quick talk here, talk about what's going on. I don't have to leave here for like another 2 hours, I think. So I think I might as well make this a 2-hour stream. I already got dressed for the day. I got my watch, my rings, my nice dress shirt, and my sports jacket here. So should be good to go. So let's figure out what's going on. And hey, Zachary, hands up, ready for Crypto's Wild Ride? Yeah, what do you call it? It's just been a freaking like shit show. Let's be honest here. A lot of the technical analysis we've been doing, it kind of centers around. Actually, let's go back over here very fast. So this is main Bitcoin. Let me go back over here to the layout that I like to go with you guys. See, I've been doing too much stuff here with tutorials and whatnot. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's shred this over here. Let's move this over. And, let's just start off with the Bitcoin weekly chart, and we'll go through the weekly, daily, 4 hours, and probably 1 hour, maybe 15-minute chart. And then we'll talk about everything going on because there is a lot to talk about. I have the news ready to talk over here about Robinhood, Binance, Coinbase, the delistings going on, all this stuff that's happening that's just going to really lead to more volatility than I think we're used to, okay? So, first things here, I know we've been talking about this for the past few weeks, but it looks like this week is the week that we're actually seeing this pullback where we're going to see Bitcoin come back down below both the 200 moving average and the 20 moving average on the weekly charts, okay? And hey, Moonshadow, happy to see you back. So, what does that mean at this point in time? Usually when we are breaking down below these types of moving averages, they're pretty volatile moments. It's not looking too good. This one, reasonably speaking, hasn't been terrible, and I think that's just because of all the kind of news that's been going on, and it's been causing a big whiplash effect in the markets. Again, we'll talk about the news here in a few seconds, but Binance is being targeted, Coinbase is being targeted, Robinhood's being targeted now. You're just seeing a lot of chaos going through this market here, and it's giving people a lot of uncertainty, a lot of concern. I know a lot of you guys use Binance or Binance US and things of that nature. We have been just, people are on edge a little bit right now, rightfully so. I think this is another reminder that if you guys are holding long-term assets, the best thing you could always do is buy a wallet for them. If you guys are trading, that's one thing. You guys are going to have to leave some money on the exchanges as always. However, if you guys are holding Bitcoin and you want to have it for a retirement account, or you're waiting until selling it until 2024 at the earliest, excuse me, you are definitely going to want to have another wallet for it. At this point, I am so hesitant about keeping any money in an exchange that is for like long-term purposes. I trade, I have money on exchanges, as you guys know, but that's for trading purposes. If that money goes away, I'd be very upset. I'd be very mad, but I would hope that, if I hear any bad rumors, I'd be able to take the money out ahead of time, like we were able to do with like a Voyager and stuff like that. You got to be careful about it. But at this point, from a technical standpoint, you guys, this is all I want you guys to focus on as far as the weekly chart. we are breaking back down below the 200 and the 20 here. And we're moving down in such a way that we might not actually have, if I were to hide the actual price, yeah, we might not actually have a a golden cross here, which could be very concerning. Because normally we like to see that 20 come back above, just how we saw the 20 come back above the 50. So that's all as far as the weekly chart here. Daily chart, this is where we start adding our lines and things like that. Excuse me in here, and sorry, I've been drinking iced coffee all day. I'm burping a little bit here. But what we've been talking about is this overall channel on the downward side, and we're still in that channel. Bitcoin is holding up very well right now. I know it's been kind of all over the place, but Bitcoin, it's holding up very, very, very well, everybody. Before we start going over to Ethereum, which has got hit hard, 88, a lot of these other altcoins that just kind of capitulated, went snap. Bitcoin in itself is holding very, very well, and that's one of the reasons I think we kind of talk about dollar cost averaging a lot more of your money into some of these larger market cap coins like the Ethereums and the Bitcoins here. Now, I still dollar cost average into a lot of other stuff. I bought a lot of the dips that we saw yesterday, but they're for longer term plays, as most of you guys know by now. So right now we're seeing ourselves come back down. The big level I want you guys to pay attention to, because we're kind of making these newer lows here every few weeks. Just focus on this one as far as your next opportunity to have a big support level. You can see we've been close to it the last few times, and every time we've been bouncing back above it. Nothing too crazy here except for testing out the support. With how everything else has been doing, you would have expected Bitcoin to break down by now, and we would be kind of below $24,000 at this point compared to like where everything else is. We haven't actually had that, so I'm really happy about that. One of the things I think you guys should understand is the way we're going at this point, we are going to have a few death crosses here going through the summer, most likely towards the end of June or maybe the beginning of July. You are going to see the 20 and the 50 most likely come back down below that 200. We have had such a great boost here through the beginning of the year that this 200 is going to keep on moving up higher and higher. And just so you guys can see the last 200 bars that make up that 200, we're right about, oh my gosh, it goes for a while here. Yeah, right down here. So you guys probably can't even see those ones behind my head. Oh no, they're not behind my head. Okay, sweet. So way back over here. So we're going to have a whole bunch of these bars replaced with bars up here, or candle bars. That's going to keep on making this move higher and higher and higher. This 200 is going to be screaming up. Meanwhile, you're going to have all this stuff start to come back down because, you know, 20 days, we've only been 20 days right there. 50 days maybe back over here. We're going to be coming back down here. So right now, as far as my forecast, as far as what I can think is going to happen, I do think Bitcoin will probably break back down below this $25,200, $25,000 support over the next few weeks, and we're most likely going to come back down here to maybe a minimum of 21,500. I don't think the stock market or anything would justify us going back down below there, but it seems like these big news events that are coming are just like kicking people's butts. And to be frank, you know, my butt was kicked a lot last week off of all this news that was coming out. The technicals just said, forget about your technicals. Big news is big news. Sell-offs occurring. And this is where I think we're going to hold off on the 4-hour chart here and just start talking about some of the news going on, because I do think this is, you know, it's concerning. I mean, we're already concerned about what's going on with the SEC. Don't get me wrong, but now that certain tokens are being targeted, you saw some of the drop-offs that we saw with ADA. I believe another one was Solana. I forget the third one here. ADA, Solana. There was another one here. And Matic, Polygon. This is some big stuff here, so we're going to talk about this, of course. And hey, Ken, hope you're doing well. Hey, PHX. This is what happens when you don't invite Gensler to your party. Crypto will be okay. The future is bright. Yeah, I heard Gary Gensler wanted to work for Binance at one point. This is his villain origin story, as I would put it. Kevin O'Leary described the SEC making a radioactive wasteland with crypto. I sold my crypto, luckily only lost $50. Not a bad idea right there. It's just been freaking annoying here because like these are dumps. These aren't like you know, the technicals just kind of slowly pushes back down. The market is right now is being manipulated to try to get us to break down below the support. And you can see so far, this is a 4-hour chart, last few days, we've been able to hold strong here, and we haven't tried to break down below this like 25,265 level, you know, around that level where that support is. We haven't broken down, but we have been getting closer and closer and closer, and we haven't found a way, at least from what, the Sunday, last Sunday? Really? Yeah, wow, that's been a whole week, isn't it? We haven't found a way to break out of this cycle of lower highs here. Let's hope we can do it. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer to this game time decision, so to speak, where we're going to make either a very large move on the upside, burn a lot of shorts, or we're going to be breaking down hard, and a lot of the bulls are going to capitulate here with Bitcoin's price, which could lead to another major drop as far as the altcoins are concerned. And hey, Tyson. Hey, Mike, tons of chats are saying they will short Robinhood at the market bell Monday. Not sure if this is true, but it could get interesting. I mean, I think so. You know, I'm holding Robinhood for the long term. I started buying this thing. I mean, gosh, you guys have known my pain when it comes to Robinhood. Now when this opened up, we made a lot of money trading this in the first few days because it like shot up a lot. I even think Secret Fish was actually pumping that up a lot, like just buying up a bunch of it. But go back over here. You know, this is Robinhood. It's been pretty calm, you know, for the past year or so. I guess I should say, yeah, past June, it's been pretty darn calm. You know, my average right now is like the mid 8s, so like 850, 840, something like that. We're at 941. I'm going to hold no matter what happens here because I'm in Robinhood for the long term here. You know, it's one of those long-term investments, but we're consolidating here, waiting for an opportunity. I think people are trying to get excited about a potential breakout that would happen that might shoot us back up to 1267 or cause some type of short squeeze. But, you know, if you guys go over to Finviz here, you know, you're not going to see the largest of short squeezes. You know, short float's only about 5%, but it's enough for, you know, Robinhood to get a nice little boost here, and that's what I think people are looking for. On the other side here, though, you know, we could easily break down starting next week, and this is a weekly count. This is a weekly chart here, so just so you guys know, you know, either way, we're getting to the end game here as far as what we're hoping for is going to be a large move either direction. But with them delisting a bunch of stuff, it could be interesting for a short opportunity, as well as maybe the SEC is going to start targeting Robinhood and like more directly here. You know, I'm really hoping that the politicians can kind of get in this game and start giving us some ideas of what's going on, because, you know, I think I speak for all of us right now, we don't really know what's happening. We know that the SEC is going after all these exchanges. They're going after all these securities, as they put it, but they're trying to make regulations without Congress's approval, which is a very stupid thing to try to do. And I think that's why all of this is going to be stuck in the courts for such a long time, because nobody exactly knows what the rules are. Remember, Coinbase has asked the SEC, what are the rules? And the SEC says, no, we're not going to tell you the rules. That is the craziest thing you guys are going to hear for a while when it comes to cryptocurrency. That's like, I'm just put yourselves in a Coinbase's shoes. I'm Gary Gensler. Okay. You guys come over to me and say, hey, we have a bunch of crypto coins over here, and we want to make sure we're still in compliance with U.S. regulations and laws. Can you tell us what any problems that you guys have with this are? Or you guys are going to ask, like, you know, hey, can you explain, are we following all the regulations? And instead of saying, hey, you know, let's take a look, and hey, here are some regulations you guys need to work on. Here are some of the rules that you guys aren't following. I'm just going to say, no, I'm not going to tell you what you guys have to do. I'm not going to tell you the rules. And then I leave. Then 5 days later, I come back and you said, hey, lawsuit, we're suing you. And then you guys are like, what the hell? And I think rightfully so. You guys would be saying that one, right? So definitely, it's just been a nightmare of a time. And, you know, we're going to get through this. And we've been talking about this for a while. We knew there was going to be some type of regulation coming, and it was going to hurt the market, and we're going to have to deal with it. But I think we thought Congress was going to be making these decisions and not the SEC. I think that's where I've been so wrong about this. I thought Gary Gensler was just going to wait and try to do the right thing and say, hey, I can't do anything until I get a law written by the government. And he's gone full blown crazy with it. And I just wasn't expecting that. And on top of this, I don't see Biden or Kamala or House Republicans or House Democrats really making a big deal out of this. Maybe because right now, especially, we're seeing all this oxygen being taken up by the Trump indictment. Regardless if you think the guy's guilty or innocent, I don't care. It's going to be a weird, thick freaking thing no matter what side of the aisle you're on. We're just kind of in this weird thing where, like, half the country is really ticked off, the other country, half of the country is very ticked off, and then we're just not paying attention to the subtle stuff. Most people in America right now have no idea that this is happening to cryptocurrency. They just kind of see things falling, you know. we're just kind of in this weird spot right now, and I hope we get better. But I still think dollar cost averaging is going to be a best bet. And then maybe every week or whenever you buy, you might as well send that to your offline wallet just for safety's sake. I don't know if you guys buy on Robinhood or Coinbase or wherever, you know, it doesn't matter to me. But you guys probably want to move some of that cash over to a hard wallet or a cold wallet, excuse me, just to make sure you guys are safe, especially if the SEC keeps on going on this crusade. They're very zealous at this point going against cryptocurrency, and it's all because Gary Gensler was not hired by Binance when he applied for the job a few years ago. Freaking, oh gosh, just they could make a movie about this. It's just so stupid. And they buyed for the major drop last night, did bounce back from the super lows. That they did. Yeah, it was great to see that bounce. And so far, yeah, we are definitely holding that support, and that's really what we need to do here. Let's go back over to that 4-hour chart. We are holding support barely. If you guys want to try to play around like people did yesterday, you're going to be buying around these zones, and you know you're going to have a stop loss really around like 25,000, 400 or so, and you're going to have that price target up here maybe around 26,300. You know, just give yourself some grace, but you're probably not going to have that golden nice ratio of like 2 to 3 that you're looking for. But it's a pretty nice bet that we're going to have a nice pop here. You even saw it maybe on the 15-minute chart. You can see how we tried to do it right here, but we got pushed back down. So this one's going to be a little bit more risky than the last one we just saw here. All right, there we go. Have I tried Bing ChatGPT image creator? I have not yet, Larry. I've been so busy the past few days, kind of helping my mom out, helping my sister out. My sister's graduation is today in a few hours, and they don't just do graduation. They have like a whole bunch of school events that go up to graduation, like I think the last one I went to was like one of 3 or something like that. The last one I went to was baccalaureate, where they give out awards, the seniors sing, and they do different things, and you know, they recite poems that they've made throughout the year, all that type of stuff, right? Eat little snacks and kind of, you know, do that type of stuff. And then, you know, just I've been stuck with so much stuff to do over the past few weeks. Almost a blessing that my camera got broken, because I wouldn't have been so busy, but it's been freaking, the camera breaking has been the most ticked off thing that's been to me this past few weeks. But yeah, well, at least my camera is on the way to California to get fixed up. And hey, Hiram, hope you're doing well, my man. I'm doing okay. Busy as always, but doing pretty good. Going to my sister's graduation, which I'm really excited for. I bought her some amazing lei, like a lei for you know, to wear. I don't know if I can find it for you guys. Lei, Tacoma, Washington. Let me see. Designs by Precious Petals. Here he goes. Yeah, I got her one of these. You guys are gonna love this. Occasions, it's gonna be graduation. You guys saw it. I bought my mom a flower here. I showed you guys it yesterday through a post. But I got my sister this lei, and it looks awesome. So it's a beautiful, beautiful lei, premium blue double orchid lei. I mean, I don't know much about flowers, but the colors just look so awesome, and I figured my sister would love it, and she does love it. So, yeah. So yeah, I bought that for my sister. Nothing, I guess, chocolates wise, but just the what do you call. So I bet she's gonna be really excited about it. Was wondering if you know more about what Weeble is doing with crypto and the transition to Weeble Pay app. Does this mean Weeble is separating themselves away from crypto? I don't know yet. I've been trying to look into it just a tad. Let me get back to you on it, I guess, because I know they're trying to go in this new direction, but I don't think they're necessarily trying to get rid of their crypto apparatus. I think they're just trying to move into this new banking sector without ticking off the SEC. So they're trying to ultra go into compliance, so to speak, but at the same time, they don't really know what compliance means, so they're trying to guess. So I would say, like, without doing a whole deep dive into it, they're not trying to get out of crypto, in my opinion. They're trying to get into this new sector while following all these regulations to make sure there's no hiccups. Because every time you do something in the finance world, you have to get it approved. Usually when you're starting a new bank, all that type of stuff, there's really stringent regulations and all that banking type of stuff. They want to make sure they're doing it okay. Just like when you saw Voyager back in the day, they had different companies that had, like, Voyager company owned your crypto, but there was another Voyager company that held the cash within your app. So, you know, different companies can have different parts of an app, so it's very confusing. But I would say that's kind of the gist of it at this point in time. But let me figure out some more here tomorrow. But I have not tried the GPT image creator. I should try that out sometime. Anything on Shiba Inu? I mean, first of all, here, let's go through the daily chart here, and I'll just kind of show you the carnage, so to speak, that we've been seeing here. I am zoomed in about 175%. I'm going to zoom out maybe to 125%, just so you guys can kind of see how crazy this has all been. So for now, this is Bitcoin. You can see over the past few weeks, this has not been terrible for Bitcoin. I want to make sure you guys understand that Bitcoin is down, but I would not say it's something that's just terrible and catastrophic. This is normal Bitcoin behavior. Okay, the banking crisis over here back that we saw in March, that was way worse. We forget about it because, you know, we have short-term memories here, but it was way worse. Now we're still at 25,800. We're in a very good spot right now for Bitcoin. Everything else, maybe not so much, but Bitcoin is actually in a pretty decent spot. Before we start going down the list here, again, we are 17% down in the last 61 days off of those highs we experienced around $31,000. That's not terrible. That really is not terrible, okay? 16%, I know back over here, what were we at? Yeah, we were down 22%, and it happened in a lot shorter span of time. We're going to be fine, guys. But again, careful. Now, Ethereum, you could see us right here. We had this breakout. Nothing ever came of it. We ground down for a little bit. False breakout that kind of hit pretty hard, unfortunately. We didn't, I guess we weren't even above the 50-week moving average at that time, but still, we did have that nice break up there. Looking for a golden cross maybe here. But today we felt we made a new low here on this cycle, and now we're entering back into the support zone. If you guys are looking to buy, right now is the buying opportunity for so many different tokens out there at these crucial support levels. If they're not at a support level, I'm less hesitant to actually buy. All right, so you guys can see if I were to extend this support level way back over here, it ends up being a resistance level turning into support level, and support right now. So if you guys are looking for a buying opportunity, now is it. This is only for short-term investors that want to hold for maybe 1 to 2 days from buying from now. Otherwise, you guys are going to be very concerned because just like Bitcoin, we are seeing this death cross effect getting ready to take over sometime in early July or late June, where we're going to have both the 50 and the 20 moving average on the daily chart come back down below the 200. And we haven't seen this happen again since the end of the bull market over here in January of 2022, you know, at end of 2021 was when the bull market, I guess, officially ended, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, not too bad. Ethereum is down about 5% today, but honestly, again, if you go back in time, look at it a little bit, we're down about 18%, not terrible compared to where we were before. You guys have known we've had some really big drops. For instance, from here to here, we fell down 47%. You know, that's kind of what we're used to. But again, this does not feel right. This does not feel good. I think many of us would appreciate that, I guess. A few other things, ADA. Now, I guess I can get this right back here, fix it up a little bit. ADA, actually, let me just get rid of this for now so I can actually zoom out here, go to the weekly chart. You guys can clearly see ADA is having a little bit of a worse time. That's because it is one of these tokens that's getting delisted all over the place, okay? So people are afraid that ADA is going to come all the way back down here, and since we did break down from this level of support around 24 cents, that next stop is really around 18.5 down to maybe 15.5 cents, which is a lot less than 26 cents. And that's when some of the concern is coming. You can see over here, we might have one more stop at 20 cents, but that's like, that's a while ago. One of the easy things I think for ADA here that any of you guys could do for Cardano is just add your typical Fibonacci retracement. On the weekly chart, this thing has been okay so far. And you can see right now, it's been pretty decent. Not always, you know, we had a bump here, came back down, then a rip, then we came back down to support, broke down, came back to the next level, resistance up here, you know. And that's where we found a way to bounce before. And you guys can see this. Maybe I go over here to maybe the 15-minute chart. You can see how we really tried to hold that on the 15-minute chart, really tried to hold it. And so far we are. But if we do officially break down below this, maybe next week or the week after, that next stop is all the way down here at 12.5 cents. We're at 26, all the way down here at 12.5. That would be catastrophic for ADA here, and that would most likely be coming along from all this news that we're hearing, like, you know, Robinhood's going to delist it, Binance is probably going to delist it, we're going to see all these things, people delist it because it's now a security, and people don't know how to really react to it because there's no regulations really in place. We're kind of all going off of the whims of Gary Gensler, who's found a passion for going after cryptocurrency for some reason. We got Dogecoin over here. Dogecoin broke down this week as well. It hit that support level just like we've been talking about. Here's just an easier way to see it. Excuse me. There we go. and we've been able to bounce off of it. Really, you know, that support level for Dogecoin really is about 4 cents, 0.041. It's been coming back down steadily, but we weren't able to have a solid breakout here. Just like Ethereum, we had a false breakout that really killed us. The thing that was painful, I would say, about Dogecoin is Dogecoin had this volatile time before it actually pumped back down. You guys can see these huge pumps that were coming back up, huge pumps. Then we had a massive double top, and it just went zoom real fast down. So a lot of people that like to day trade crypto or day trade Dogecoin, they probably got hit very, very hard here. You got Ape token. I've been pretty bearish on this one because it's been finding new lows here before we even got to talking about you know, the overall bearish market. This thing has just been kind of losing steam very fast, and I wonder if that's just because, you know, it never really got that full bull market pump. It was like a big pump all by itself. People were really excited about Ape and all this Ape stuff that comes along. Now, you know, if I were to show you guys this level of support, you know, we're at the bottom. If you guys wanted to buy, now here you go. But there's a lot of tokens right now where you're just like, uh-oh. We're in this huge downward channel. We're at the bottom of the channel right now, but we really have to hope that we don't break down from this because, you know, it's just not going to be a pleasant thing. Let's just say that. And you can see the clear breakdown that we had over here. In hindsight, it was a very good thing. I mean, it's been a very good thing for a while now, but we really don't have any good signs here to buy besides this one level of support. I was thinking of maybe trying to do a reverse Fibonacci extension. So like going back over here, pop this back up here, you know, and we did hit that target price here. You can see some of those bounces off here. We tried to bounce off here, bounce off here, bounce off here. But I am just a little bit more concerned about Ape token right now compared to a lot of other ones. If I turn the Fibonacci level off, you can see some more bounces here. That next level, if I took the log off, excuse me, is going to be $1.26. We're currently at a $2.29, so that's over $1 loss. Or yeah, a little over $1 loss here. So if you guys are very pessimistic, that's kind of what you guys want to buy. I would still stick to dollar cost averaging, but play it safe and make sure you guys actually like the project they're working on. We're going to speed it up here a little bit more. AVAX, another capitulation, breaking down below the support we saw right here. Again, hit that buying zone down here. Everything's fine on that one if you guys were looking to buy right there. AXS, let's just get rid of all those breakdowns here. Broke down again. There's not really much support over here, unfortunately. That support level, yeah, it's like, I guess you could call it 505 what it is, but it's really this huge gap. It's like a $5 to $2.90 gap and support level. You want to be careful if you're buying this one. Bitcoin Cash, same type of effect, still having the breakdowns. Matic, which we know is getting delisted, it broke down a few days ago and it's still been coming down here. Never broke out. It got close, but it never broke out. I remember having this little drawing here for us, and I guess it's not worth it anymore. We were hoping for that big boom. We did retest it, but we ended up just not having any luck. BNB, we all know Binance is getting hit hard. We had this small order block here. It got hit. We were bouncing up, and then boom, broke back down. Now we're moving back down kind of around, I mean, what do you want to say this at? Yeah, kind of around there. Another opportunity to buy, but again, do you want to buy? That's the question here. We've seen so many exchanges go under, and it's like almost at this point, like, can Binance really go down? Like, what would happen if Binance went down? We just don't know, because I feel like Binance itself is going to be fine. It's Binance US. What happens with that? And you know, it'll be interesting. Chile is another one down 22% today. I mean, it's gone down to the new lows. Now, again, we're hitting those old support levels here. And I would recommend, if you guys are trying to find some opportunities to really buy up cryptocurrencies, go and use the weekly chart or the monthly chart. It'll give you guys some awesome support levels that you guys could be considering buying at, okay? You can see that most cryptocurrencies look like Chile's right now. They've been coming down for quite a bit of time. Crow token, Sheeb, right here, right? And I think somebody just asked about Sheeb, didn't you guys? Shiba Inu, yeah, the elective. We go back over here to the daily chart. Shiba Inu is now cheaper than when we first bought it all the way back in the bull market. Remember, this was doing nothing while a whole bunch of coins were popping off. We bought this and held together, waiting for a big pop, and then remember Secret Fish in here just freaking killed it for us, but he gave us heads up. But what do you call? You can see that we're all the way back to where we were before. Shiba Inu, if we do kind of go into this second phase of a bear market, I guess you would call it, you know, this is going to be very, very oversold. Excuse me, guys. Woo. been cleaning up a little bit and it's dusty. But yeah, go back over the weekly chart. We've come down all the way. This has been interesting because we all knew this was going to be a big fight between SHIB and Dogecoin. So if you guys go back over here to coinmarketcap.com, Dogecoin is still number 8 after all this time, after all the pain it's been through, after all the capitulation moments, all the ups and downs of Elon Musk kind of going in and out, all that type of stuff. It's still number 8, still number 8 on coinmarketcap.com, which I don't think many people thought it was going to stay that high. You know, but when you go over here to find SHIB, now it's at 18. It used to be closer to 12 and 11. It was making its way back up there, but this thing has been capitulating a lot here over the past few months. As most of you guys know, last 30 days it's down 25% here. There are a few that are like up year to date, but the majority of them are obviously down here. A few more. Dot down here. Dot managed to hold support, which was kind of nice, although it's been falling a little bit more. Doge on Mars continuing to make new lows as far as the year is concerned. Engine, EOS, Ethereum Classic breaking down here obviously this week. Gala, which some of you guys have been talking about, you know. So we're seeing a lot of pain here. Pepe, maybe I should just open up a long-term short on Pepe or something. We're at the bottom of a support level right now, so if you guys wanted to try to buy this for like another round, we're technically there. Let's go over to 50-minute chart. You know, we're there. I mean, we're there, and you guys could buy right now if you wanted to see a nice reversal. Your stop loss would be this and nothing less than that. And you're looking at about a 9% stop loss, which is pretty aggressive if you ask me. So you wouldn't want to be doing a high leverage with it. Maybe 5x if you really want to take it far. But yeah, if you guys wanted to buy, this would be the time for Pepe token, excuse me. You know, Arbitrum, this has been something that people have been putting a lot of money in for the long term. And you can see right now, it's coming back down just like everything else. ID token, which we traded back over here when I was having this pump, definitely came back down as well. Most of these coins that have really popped up over the past few months of like really popping when the market overall was coming back down slowly, they're getting hit the hardest here. Meanwhile, you know, we've been talking about Bitcoin leaving behind the NASDAQ one day. The NASDAQ is leaving Bitcoin behind. I think we need to spread some rumors that Bitcoin is an AI research or something like that, and all of a sudden some of this AI money will start flowing into the crypto market or something like that, because, oh God, guys, money has been flowing into AI nonstop. You guys know I sold the majority, like 95% of my Nvidia. And I sold it right here the day after it popped. It actually ran up all the way to 417. Now, I guess technically I'm like did fine by selling it here, because, you know, you think about when you buy it and when you sell it, it's you know, it's been doing a great thing. Look at that, all-time highs here. But I just can't hold Nvidia when it's like that overbought here, which is absolutely insane. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. We're gonna be just chilling here for a while. I got my sister's graduation coming up, so I got like a cool like 2 hours to hang. Oh, I guess an hour and a half to hang with you guys now. So, you know, ask away. Let's just chat. And thanks for watching, guys. It's just been a freaking nightmare here with all this carnage, so to speak. Rumor said Robinhood is dumping small crypto coins in the past 12 hours. I could understand that. You know, one of the things that everybody has to understand here is if they do end up stopping or delisting some of these tokens, that means these tokens are going to be on their balance sheets, which means they just own them, but they can't make money off of them by selling and buying and you know, having people sell and buy them. So the way I'm thinking of it, I don't know how they're going to sell, but I would expect they are going to sell their ADA, their Solana-matic, and that's one of the reasons we've seen all these types of tokens really have these hard drops. People are anticipating that drop-off or that sell-off that's going to be coming in the future as they sell off some of their tokens. I guess we should be really happy that they're not delisting Dogecoin. And it's kind of wild if you think about it. I would have thought if they were going to go after a coin or something, it would be the biggest meme coin of them all, like Dogecoin. And they're not. They're going after ADA, Solana, Polygon. You know, I would have thought if Robinhood was forced to delist a token, it would have been something like Dogecoin. But it's not. The logic that we're kind of all raised on is not applying here to the crypto world. We're seeing too much manipulation by, I don't even know, like, I don't think Gary Gensler is the type of guy to do all this stuff just because he wants to. It almost feels like somebody is telling him to do this, and I'm not saying it's Biden or anybody from the administration, but it just feels like somebody is pulling his strings to tell him to go after cryptocurrency. Now, I don't know what it is. Maybe it is Biden. Maybe it is Kamala. Maybe it is the Democrats. Maybe it is the Republicans. No, Republicans don't have that much power now. But, maybe it's somebody. But it just feels like it's very sporadic. And I'm not entirely sure if these cases are going to be successful as Gary Gensler tries to go after them, but it is throwing a wrench into the current crypto system as we know it, and that's going to be painful for us to experience as people who definitely just want to see the market continue to go higher and higher and higher and higher, and obviously we all know that it's not going higher and higher and higher, it's going lower and lower and lower if you look at the long term since the last bull market. However, I think if as long as you dollar cost average, we should be fine. And what are you guys talking about here? Hong Kong offering these exchanges to move there and set up business. This will get interesting. I think it'd be wise for a lot of these exchanges to maybe not go to Hong Kong, maybe, but they need to start branching out to other parts of the world and not just focus solely on America. Because right now, for whatever reason, many reasons, I guess you could say, we are the uncertain country. We have instability in our crypto infrastructure. Our government or our bureaucracies, if you will, they're not good at their jobs. All you want to do as a business owner is to be able to go into this can be a state, a country, whatever. You want to go into this place, you want to understand the rules of which you have to operate, and then you want to play by those rules while also making a lot of money. It's quite simple. We don't have a set of rules, and when other companies have asked us for our rules, we are not able to give them any, and we make them up as we go along, which is really bad. And it's not like we're going after some crypto exchange that was started in, I don't know, where, like Afghanistan or Iran or somewhere where the government could say, oh, those are bad people, we don't want them, or, Russia or something like that. No, we're talking about Coinbase, which was made in freaking United Kingdom. It's just the weirdest of things. I was hoping that since the Prime Minister of the UK came down over to America for, I think, a state visit or something like that. I didn't really watch the visit, but I was hoping that maybe in some closed-door talks, he might have just said, hey, can you lay off of Coinbase a little bit for us? We kind of like our crypto exchanges, and we don't want you guys to be messing with our businesses, so to speak. I would love if he said that, but I don't know if that even came up during the talks, but I would have loved if he said something. I don't think there's a lot of political will in the average American to talk about cryptocurrencies though. And I wish we would see more people on all now I haven't had a chance to watch any yet, but I know CNN has been hosting all these town halls with Mike Pence, Sununu, or these people like this, Nikki Haley, whatever. I would love it if one of these people in these town halls, wherever the town halls may be, I wish they would start asking questions about cryptocurrency because, and start mentioning Gary Gensler by name, because I think that might put more pressure on the SEC or at least put them under a microscope more with the media, because I feel like there's not enough investigative journalism going on about what Gary Gensler is actually doing. I have a bad feeling we won't see better days, even with the Bitcoin halving coming up. I think Gary knows Congress is too divided to agree on the subject. I think they can get something done. I just don't think it's going to be for a while. How do I say this? Gary Gensler can mess up a lot of stuff. He can wreck it a lot for us over the next year. However, eventually Congress is going to have an idea. They are going to make a set of rules, and those rules will be law. And then those cryptocurrency exchanges could figure it back out and come back in and start making a lot more money again. But it's a slowdown. It's like that wrench I was telling you about. It just slows everything down. It breaks a lot of stuff. But we're America. We fix a lot of shit, right? You can always go to your main, I don't know, what do people go to? The main mechanic, or you can go to your neighbor and get the car fixed up, at your neighbor's house, something like that. We're able to fix a lot of stuff. It's just that right now he's not a good faith actor. He's just not a good faith actor. He's not a good faith individual when it comes to the SEC and leading it. And I don't know how he fixed that. But again, you would have to have a petition signed or something like that. And then you would have to start sending it out to representatives of the government to see if they could say hey, we need to start focusing on this. It would have to be organic. You guys remember when we had that disaster in Ohio? I think it was, a few months ago now, where the train cars derailed and they burnt all the chemicals right next to the town. People were coughing, getting rashes and stuff like that, and oil in the creeks. You remember how at the beginning nobody wanted to talk about it? CNN, I guess Fox News kind of hopped on it early, but people don't, it's Fox, so people don't care about it. MSNBC didn't want to talk about it. A lot of this big major news, ABC News, CBS News, a lot of them didn't want to talk about it. But all of a sudden got traction on TikTok and Twitter of all places, because I guess so. There are a lot of people that like allow this type of stuff to go viral. And then what happened? People got interested. The government was forced to take action, and then they started having to give money out. They offered the people that the right to sell their houses and move if they wanted to. All this type of stuff here. All the support. They had a clinic in there, so nobody had to pay. The railroad had to pay for stuff. There was regulations put on board. There was a typical political infighting, but good stuff came out of it once the light was shed on it. Congressmen going down there, poking the sticks in the water and showing all the chemicals. But how do I say this in an articulate way? Stuff got better, I would say. Even though it's still kind of shitty, stuff got better. And I think that's what we kind of need for as far as regulation. We need a spotlight to be placed on Gary Gensler, and right now there is no spotlight on him. I watch CNBC, and they don't put a spotlight on him at all. They just say he's doing this, but then they talk about what does this mean? Fox News goes after, not Fox News, Fox Business goes after him quite repeatedly. I think Fox Business is probably the most crypto-friendly media agency or media, I don't know, stock TV show. And then you got Bloomberg, which I think is more in the middle of both. CNBC, which is kind of left, and Fox News was kind of right. Bloomberg is kind of left, but they're kind of all gray, I guess, the colors and stuff like that. So I kind of like to listen to what they have to say as well. But, we're just in a really bad spot right now. And it'll get better, but, it's still a bad spot, I guess you would say. And hey, Bullet Hunter, man, I'm your new subscriber. I appreciate your Forex knowledge. Hey, no worries, Bullet. Happy to help you out. I don't talk about Forex probably as much as I used to, but if you ever have any questions on it, feel free to let me know. I've been posting new videos out a lot, and I'm getting ready to post a new video here, I think tomorrow. I'm going to finish making it tomorrow. It's maybe post it Monday. It's going to be about how to use the super trend and all the ATRs and the multipliers and stuff like that, and how to use them, which I think you guys are going to like a lot. And hey, Magic Man, thank you. I will let her know you guys are saying congrats to her. She's really excited to graduate and just be done with school, to be frank. What do you call? She goes to private school just like I did. Both of us on scholarships, of course. My family is not wealthy. I guess maybe now technically I can be considered wealthy, but not like ultra wealthy. Just a guy that's making a decent amount of money in life. But what do you call? She's excited. That's why I bought that lei for her. One of my teachers bought me a lei when I graduated, so I'm buying my sister a lei, so she'll like it a lot. Let's see, go down a little bit more. Oh, there we go. And hey, Gus, happy to see you back. Do you think Dogecoin will hold support around 5 cents, or it might fall lower? So, in the short term, I think Dogecoin can hold support around 5 cents. Throughout this bear market that's kind of re-entering a lot of our thoughts as far as altcoins are concerned, I do think it will drop down below that 5 cents. So normally, maybe the low 4s is probably where the low of Dogecoin might end up going. But yeah, at this point, if there's no like crazy attack by the SEC on Dogecoin, maybe the 4 is by when all this is over. What it mean? It doesn't mean I wouldn't buy at 5 cents, but it means I'd probably break up some of those buying opportunities for me personally. Excuse me. Gosh, I haven't been talking enough. Oh my gosh. Drinking some iced coffee. Oh wait, hold on. All right. Excuse me. Got to drink in a way that doesn't get coffee on my shirt. Normally, I'm okay with a little bit of a spill here or there. And hey, what is it? Flip in keys. Do I think Robinhood will list any coins that Gary didn't allege were securities? Delist. No. So they're only doing the ones that have been alleged to be securities by the SEC. So all the other tokens they're keeping there for now. Here's the story. Excuse me. let's zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. So Robinhood, a financial services company headquartered in Menlo Park, California, intends to remove the 8th, 10th, and 11th largest cryptocurrency assets by market capitalization on June 27th. It is currently June 10th. That is 17 days from now. The decision was disclosed in a blog post published on June 9th, which indicates that the ADA, Solana, and Polygon will be taken off Robinhood's platforms. In a statement released on Friday, Robinhood said, "We regularly review the crypto we offer on Robinhood. Based on our latest review, we have decided to end support for the Cardano, Polygon, and Solana on June 27th, 2023 at 6:59 Eastern Time." So it's 4 o'clock Pacific Time. The company further reassures users that no other coins are affected and your crypto is still safe on Robinhood. This announcement comes amid increasing regulatory scrutiny of Binance and Coinbase by the U.S. SEC after lawsuits were filed against both companies by the SEC. Robinhood declared that it was actively reviewing its coin offerings. Dan Gallagher, Robinhood's chief legal compliance and corporate affairs officer, told Bloomberg that this review aimed to determine what, if any, actions to take. All right. Now, this is important here. Should Robinhood clients fail to sell or transfer their ADA, Matic, or Solana holdings before the deadline, the company will dispose of the assets at their fair market value. After the deadline, any ADA, Matic, or Solana on your Robinhood crypto account will be sold for market value, and the proceeds will be credited to your Robinhood buying power. So, if you guys have any of these assets on Robinhood, I would definitely consider selling them or just transporting them off to another wallet, because if they are still on there at the time that they told you, which is exactly at June 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or 6:59 Eastern Time, they're automatically going to be sold for market value, and then the price is going to drop. So at that point in time, you're probably going to see a big drop coming down in the marketplace on those tokens. So just be aware of it, but that's some of the news going on with Robinhood. You guys can see there was some also news here from as far as Binance and Coinbase as well. But you know, things are getting pretty testy here, and you can see that they're trying to be compliant here. Coinbase is trying to be compliant. Binance is trying to be compliant. They just don't know the rules because the SEC is making them up as they go along, which is just, of course, just such a hard thing to have to deal with as a company. Excuse me. Looking at images of a force field over a city while being sieged by space wizards. That'd actually be a fun video game. Do I think, oh no, I talked about that one right here. Did Robinhood delist? Robinhood will be delisted. Cardano, Poly, yep. Phil Mickelson is laughing in the bank since the PGA merger with Live Golf. Biggest losers are Tiger Woods and the other players in the tech guaranteed. I mean, not really crypto related here, but I guess it was bound to happen, everybody. Live Golf has unlimited amounts of money, and they pay their golfers way more than the PGA Tour ever could. And I believe a Live Golf player ended up winning one of the big PGA tournaments. You know, they were going to have to merge. I think the bad thing was just that the PGA Tour acted very high and mighty, like they had some very lofty morals and such. They went to the dirt to say, 9/11 stuff, all the type of stuff, which is fine. You can go down that road, but you can't just turn around and take the money yourself if you're going to get down and say, never take the Saudi money. It's blood oil money. It's, it's horrible. You got to be smarter than that one, I would assume here, right? And Doge is promising. Yeah, Dogecoin is at a very solid support level. If you guys wanted to buy, it is at that level. You're seeing a lot of tokens at the support level, including Bitcoin right here. Remember? 15-minute chart. We're trying. Somebody just tried to pump Dogecoin back up, but it pumped up so fast that somebody else came in here and says, oh, no, I'm stopping that right now. Right now, we're just looking at Dogecoin and Bitcoin at this really soft level here, but we're making progress. That's all you could really hope for. You can pull up some of the different indicators if you wanted to. Sometimes you guys just want to look at the simple MACDs. And let's go back over here to the 4-hour chart. All right. You're seeing a slowdown of that dropping momentum. We did have that breakdown that occurred a while ago, but that was too fast for the MACD to give you any heads up with. All you're seeing right now is maybe a little bit of bullish divergence, just a little bit, and it's a hidden bullish divergence. It's not really even just a nice bullish divergence here. On the daily chart here, not much divergence just yet. Still the momentum is coming back down. Weekly chart, Oh, I told you about this weekly chart. I guess I told you about this a couple weeks ago. How we were looking for that crossover here. That's not good for some of us that are looking more at the forecasting. It looks like we'll probably end up coming back down here to below $25,000, especially if we're not able to close above both the 20 and the 200 weekly moving averages here in the next like 24 hours or so. A little over 24 hours because we have to wait for the candle to close. We got a day and 3 hours. There you go. So we'll most likely be coming back down here, guys. It's not the end of the world, but it is another reason why you guys should be a little bit more concerned about where the market's going. I'm not saying we're coming all the way back over here to make new lows or anything like that, but you are seeing where we might come all the way back down here to 21,000 or so, which people will freak out about. But remember, we were back down here towards 16,000. I do think things will get more exciting as we kind of head into the fall here. Summer may be more volatile, but a few different things are happening this well, I guess the fun thing we'll be talking about as far as a channel is we're going to be dealing with the Sam Bankman-Fried trial. And I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy that greatly because I know I am. And I think you guys all remember the Amber Heard trial. I'm going to be streaming the FTX trial just like if it was the Amber Heard trial. I didn't stream the Amber Heard trial or the Johnny Depp trial, but that's the way I'm going to be treating this trial by FTX. We're going to be looking at it all the time. The only time I won't be watching it is if I have to play it with my dog, but the stream will still be up and running so you guys can see what's going on, I would say. Because it really is just going to be one of those really wild trials. I think a lot of people that are in the cryptocurrency world like us, we're really going to want to see what's happening here. What does it mean, crypto CM closing? I don't know what you're talking about there. Crypto closing, maybe the closing bell for crypto, but crypto never closes. It's kind of like when the candle bar closes. I think that's what you're probably talking about. But if it's not, let me know. And Crow and Algo, I can talk about Crow very fast. Crow is not doing so hot. There's the 4-hour chart. The daily chart is what I want to talk to you about though, because you can clearly see we did break down below that support level here. Bring that back down. Clear breakdown. We're heading for new lows here on the year. You can see just like that. Lots of support. Making new lows. This is not something you want to hold for too much longer since it is breaking down here. What you're doing if you're buying this is you're holding for a long term. You guys are holding for the long term. I haven't heard any problems with Crow or crypto.com at all over the past few weeks. This is just something where the token is getting hit hard because people that are on the platform, they just want to sell because they see it going down and down and down. This is going to be a token that does fine in the long term as long as the company is holding up. But you're seeing a lot of tokens take hits. So you can see back over here in 2020, it was at 5 cents about. It went all the way up here to 97 cents, a good bull market rally. Now it's back down here. This is where you start accumulating. And, we have other tokens like, what is it? BGB token for BitGet. This is one of those tokens that continues to go up despite the kind of weird market. I don't exactly know why, to be honest. I bought this around 6 cents with you guys back in 2021, and it's been my best performer still this year. Continues to go up and up and up and up. I guess there's been some other performance that worked out very well for me. Actually, that's actually better than this. But usually this is like for as far as exchange tokens. This one's been very, very weird to watch. We could look at this and it's like, wow, this thing's going up, but the majority of cryptocurrencies are going down. Maybe if you go over here to the I don't know, the Huobi, I can't pronounce it. Yeah, Huobi token there. You can see this one's another one going down here as well. It's just kind of been weird to watch a lot of these tokens kind of play out. I would still say baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Only put a little bit of your money into these types of tokens. I only put a lot of money into these types of tokens if they're at a low market cap already. So when we're talking about something like BGB, or going back over here to a Crow coin, the market caps down here were much, much cheaper. So if I go back over here to Crow, market cap, let's go to all. You can see the market cap back over here in the 20, it was at 1 billion. Back over here in 19, it was 300, 400 million. Around $1 billion is kind of how the max you want to play with it. But then, you see how it went all the way up here to 22 billion. That's the way you're looking at it. When it comes to stuff like BGB, this one was all, right over here is at 200 million, 300 million. And then all of a sudden right now it's at 660 million. It's not even at $1 billion market cap. That's where I like to buy them. Doesn't matter the token. I just like to I prefer to buy them around that lower market caps here. But again, to each their own. But Crow coin, be careful with it. It's definitely coming back down. What you're probably looking at is two different things, I would say. You can go over here, fib retracement. You can go long term and see what's been kind of happening. A stop here, a stop here, a stop here, a stop here. The next big drop is all the way down here at 0.007. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. But, you know, you could always pull it up in different ways and say, hey, shorter term, I guess, what might be that next stop? Because we really don't have the data to kind of support anything. It might be down here at 0.039, so almost about 4 cents, which kind of makes sense if you're looking at it now. Or you can try to do a few different ways of finding out that next level, because at least according to what's on KuCoin here, maybe if I can find Crow on another exchange. Crypto, Coinbase, is it going to give me a little bit more data? No. No, it's not really giving me much data. Okay. So what you could do is also just do the same technique here, but try to do a fib-based trend extension model here. What's the best one to do here? I guess this was the biggest drop. Pull it back up here. What the heck is going on here? Did I delete something? No. Is it just too big? No. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, there you go. Fib button was off. It's stopping right there. It might be down here around 3, and it's just going to come down a lot more. It's going to come down a lot more. That's basically what this is telling you. Although it hasn't been the most exact here as far as I would like it, so maybe I'll actually push this down here a little bit more and drag this one back over here. I haven't hit the bottom yet. Maybe it'll just come down here to 0.047 or down here to 0.03. Yeah, you're kind of looking at these support levels every freaking penny, aren't you, or every half. That kind of makes sense, though, when you're kind of at these really low levels. All right, there we go. 5-minute chart for Bitcoin, so we can kind of see if anything's going to happen. And, man, yeah, there's been some volatility here today, hasn't there been? Crypto website is closing. Let's see. I averaged down on Doge from 28 to 12 with total 1 million Doge. Do you think 12 is still in scoop? Let's see. I mean, there's a chance for Dogecoin to go back up to 12 cents, but it's going to take a lot of news or something really good happening for Bitcoin, which most likely isn't going to happen for the next few weeks or so. Usually what I'll say is I still think Dogecoin is going to do great things. I think their price is eventually going to hit $1. But when I buy this type of stuff, I don't buy leverage on any meme coin like Dogecoin or any like low market cap coin. And by low market cap, I just pretty much mean anything below Ethereum, so like an altcoin, so to speak. But when it comes to Dogecoin, I'll say this. I would only put so much money in there. If you averaged back down to 12 cents, I think you said it was, yeah, that's a good enough price. I wouldn't keep adding to it. I would just say, hey, I have a certain amount of money in Dogecoin. I'm going to let it sit. You just have to be willing to let it go lower and lower and lower, and you can't sell. So what's going to happen here over the time is eventually, like with most people, we all buy a specific token. It could be Solana, Matic, Dogecoin, Ape, whatever. And we're looking to hold it for a very long time so we can make a lot of money off of it in the future. Okay. What happens with cryptocurrencies usually, especially in a bear market, is we think we have a good buying opportunity and it ends up being not the best buying opportunity. The market continues to go lower and lower and lower. We either do one of two things. We panic and sell and then watch the price go up later on, or we hold, have these butterflies in our stomachs like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to come back up? And then it comes back up eventually down the road, and then we're very happy because we sell it for a nice profit. Or I guess the third option is it never comes back up, and that's something that does happen every now and again, but I would assume, it's my personal opinion, that's not going to happen with Dogecoin. But, you know, I could be wrong about that. That's why I still own a bunch of Dogecoin. But what do you call it? I would still be careful about how much money you want to put into Dogecoin or any of these altcoins right now. That's why usually I do these little nibbles. So like, you know, a little bit here, I buy a little bit there, I buy a little bit on the dip, I buy a little bit on that crash, and I'm like, okay, I'm adding to my positions, but you know, I understand I'm not selling this for like a year. So, you know, maybe just like 8 months or something like that. It doesn't have to be a year, but I'm not selling for a while and I'm okay with that. You got liquidated yesterday. I didn't expect Doge to drop down that low. Yeah. Everybody's been having some bad trades. I've been talking to a lot of my friends. A lot of us got annihilated because of some really just fast, quick drops based off of news events. And it's so hard to time these news events when it comes to the SEC, going after like a Binance, something like that. It's just so hard. Like, you know, we're all gonna like come back from it stronger and whatnot, but it's an annoying thing to have happen. and there's not much you can do about it because we just don't know the news and how it works out, which is always why you just got to be a little bit careful. But it just happens in the cryptocurrencies. There's not much you can do about it. If we go back over here to Coinbase, go back up here to coinmarketcap.com. Excuse me, coinmarketcap.coinbase. You can see year to date, Dogecoin is down 12 last 30 days. It's down 16 last 24 hours. It's down 10. It's had a pretty bad day here. Tron, it's down 3% the last 24 hours. Solana's down 12. Litecoin's down 13. Polygon's down 20. Polkadot's down 9. We got Bitcoin's down 2.7. Sheeb's down 13. AVAX is down 16. There's a lot of stuff that got hit hard, honestly. And we've seen a lot of those major support levels that we've been talking about really just getting hit hard. I think that's one of the reasons I made that video about altcoins the other day saying, hey, be careful. We're at these big levels of support. You can buy if you want to, but you need to have those nice stop losses there. Or if you guys wanted to short, obviously, you guys could have taken those shorts too. And hey, Jim Bob, good times. Yeah, geez, we're all looking for the good times now in this crypto market, and there's not many of them. The one thing, again, I will say is Bitcoin overall is not in a bad spot. You're seeing a lot of altcoins in a bad spot, but Bitcoin itself is not in a terrible spot here. If I go over to the Coinbase Bitcoin chart, which goes back in time a little bit more, as you guys know, it goes all the way back over here to 2011. I want a daily chart. Let's go to the monthly chart. Yeah, all the way back over here to 2010, maybe 9. I don't even know. Yeah, 2010. Okay, let's go back over here. This is the monthly chart. There we go. You can see a lot of dating there. I don't know why this is like such a huge gap over here. Like, can I drag this back over? Why is this all this space over here? Why is this all this space? Oh, there it goes. Okay. It was glitching out for a second. It was freaking me out. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. You can actually kind of see we're getting squeezed just a tad by the 20-month moving average and the 50-week moving 50-month moving average. Excuse me, guys. Now, I'm not going to put too much stock into this. You guys know I don't really deal with these moving averages as much, but you can see how we are trying to hold so many support levels right here. The 20-week moving average, the 50-week moving average, and the 50-month moving average. Yowza. Those are a bunch of support levels here. But if we're going after this chart, if we kind of just zoom out a little bit, we're going to just break it down to some of the easiest stuff we could. Magnet. Oh, that's not what I want. I want the retracement. We really haven't honored this all too much besides the first one. If we were to take this apart and have it be all towards the top, a little bit here. FTX kind of killed this, though. It was working out before FTX kind of killed the market, so to speak. But right now, we maybe make this move down all the way over here. Draw this all the way back down. That one worked out. If you guys are like looking for a longer term support and you guys are like, uh-oh, this may end up really bad, you might have to go all the way back down to the support levels down here, kind of around $17,000 or so. Let's hope that what we're seeing right now is just the start of something really great, and we're just starting off to make these higher lows, and this is a low, and we're going to make another low over here, maybe around 20,000, then keep on moving up. That's the goal here. We really haven't had a death cross here before when the 20-month moving average is closed down below the 50-month moving average. It seems like that's definitely going to happen this summer. But I don't know if that actually means anything bad or good, because normally we don't deal with the moving averages of the monthly charts all too much. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for becoming a new subscriber. I should probably move that up. My microphone, my headphones are turned on to like max, so that was like the crispest ding I have ever heard. All right, let me replay that here very fast and move that up right there, or maybe just move right here. There we go. I think that'll be fine. But yeah, so we are looking for that big drop off here. We are looking at a breakdown of support. Depends on what you guys are looking for it now, because depending on where that support level is, we could probably move back over here to 23,000 without actually causing much concern, and then continue to bounce and go higher and higher and higher. That's what we all want to see. We really just don't want to break down below 19,618, which at this point really isn't. We're not even close to that right now. That's right here. And hey, Haram, you sold your 88 around 38 cents. Probably not a bad idea at this point. Remember, I know this isn't going to sound like a lot right now, because obviously right now it's at 27 cents. But a long time ago, I sold the majority of my ADA too. This is when ADA was maybe around 40s, maybe the 40 cent range or something like that, maybe a little bit higher. Um, and it was because, if you guys remember, a long time ago now, ADA was delisted off of the exchange Toro. Remember Toro? I don't know. I don't know if many of you guys use Toro. Um, but I remember talking with Ghost about it, and she was talking about, yeah, I sold off my ADA too. It was freaking me out. Like, what the heck is wrong with ADA? Because eToro, is it eToro or Toro? I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, they ended up delisting it as well. So Toro delists ADA. It might be eToro. Yeah, sorry, it's eToro. Yeah, this is November 25th of 2021. Oh, no, surprise delisting. Yeah. November 23rd. Yeah. So, yeah. eToro to delist Cardano by 2022 for US users due to regulatory concerns. So, people have been worried about ADA specifically for a while now. Again, some of this stuff kind of comes back around. And remember, to delist Tron. We haven't heard much about Tron so far, and I hope they don't delist it, because Tron Network is very, very useful for a lot of people out there. The Tron Network is amazing. I love to use it for transferring currencies, but most people use the Ethereum network here because it costs more, the fees are more, I don't know. But yeah, ADA definitely got rocked on that news, but that was all the way back in time. Whoa. Sorry, Loki's over here underneath my arm as I'm holding coffee, and he's going to try to make me spill coffee. He's made me spill tea once, and I was furious. Not with him. Well, yeah, with him, but he's over here trying to get a free drink of coffee. There we go. Hey, Jay Perez, you answered my question the other day on a video. Just thought I'd ask for a deeper breakdown of how to start trading crypto for beginners looking at modest but consistent gains. Usually it starts with a few different things. I would say usually there's a few books out there that always kind of help, like, investing for beginners, trading for beginners. You're guessing you're probably going to be going for the trading for beginners one. After you kind of have an idea of what trading is, whether it's cryptocurrency or investing in the stock market or whatever you're looking for there, usually you're going to start moving over to technical analysis, and you're going to be looking for an exchange. Usually when it comes to looking for an exchange, you're going to be looking for a lot of different things here. The fees of the exchange, the liquidity of the exchange, is the exchange available in your country, things of that nature. After you kind of get that down, you're going to usually forget the exchanges there for a little bit of time and just make sure you kind of have all the exchange ready to go whenever you need it. You're most likely going to open up a TradingView account. You're probably going to want to invest in either the Pro or the Pro Plus plan. If you don't want to pay for the Pro Plus plan and you don't want all that type of stuff, just get the Pro plan. Free plan is okay, but the ads kill me every single time I've tried to use the free plan on TradingView. Pro plan is where it's at if you guys want to start learning. Now, and there's extra perks and stuff as well. After you do that, you're going to come over here to the trading panel on the bottom. You're going to open up a paper trading account, and you're going to try to learn the technical analysis through YouTube videos, books, other resources, I would say as well. Maybe you could buy a course if you wanted to. I don't really recommend buying a course because I looked at all the courses online and they all kind of suck because they don't teach you enough for the huge $200, $300 fees they're asking for. It's ludicrous. And so you're probably going to make a trading account here with paper trading account by TradingView, and you're going to practice your trading once you get that figured out. And then from there, you're going to have a trading journal to help you study. So when you're first learning how to trade cryptocurrencies, you're probably only going to trade two, and I would only recommend trading two at the beginning. You're going to be trading Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're going to become very good at trading those ones because over time they will allow you to use leverage on them. That it's a very good thing to learn how to use when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you're not going to really learn how to trade them until like at least with real capital until like 70-75% profitable with them. And that means you're going to understand how to use them when it comes to maybe doing swing trades. So using the day chart and the 4-hour charts for those, or by looking to use the 15-minute chart. The easiest strategy that I can tell you is on one of my videos. Excuse me. It might be this no, that's divergence. Volume flow, no. maybe the how to set up your trading view charts one. Smart money concepts is one right here. I don't remember exactly what the video is called. I make a lot of tutorials, but basically I'll show you how to do it very fast. Let me just open up a new layout. This layout will be called Super Concepts. So this is the best free one I could think of for you guys that just makes life a little bit easier. So you're going to want to open up a Bitcoin or an Ethereum 4-hour chart. For now, let's just go with Bitcoin because this is usually what you guys are going to be using. And you're going to want to open up the Smart Money Concepts indicator. So it's going to be over here, Smart Money Concepts by Lux Algo. They have a Smart Money Concepts bundle for Chart Prime, but that's paid. And a Lux Algo also has a paid version of this, but the free one is Smart Money Concepts, which I would encourage you guys to use. From here, you're going to go into the settings, and I'll make this fast. You're going to only show the change of character for this one. You're going to have colored candles if you want. The internal label size is going to be normal. Change character here for the show swing structure. This was the internal structure. Label size is going to be normal. We're going to take off the week low, week highs. I'm going to turn the order blocks down to 2 because there are too many of them. I'm going to turn off the equal lows, equal highs, no fair value gaps, and that's going to be it right here. Okay. So basically, you can see how you are looking at a bunch of red candles and when the bearish sense, and there's some green ones here. Well, what I do after that is I will normally add a super trend indicator here. And it's all one word, so let me just type it in here. Super trend. If you actually take off, if like put a space in between, it doesn't show up. All right, so no space. Super trend here by Keyvon has about 38,000, 40,000 likes. Click on this one time, and you're gonna have these other signals on top of it. Okay. So there's 2 ways to really use this. For me, what I like to do is I like to, there are different settings you can use for this, but the easiest one right now is going to be 50 ATR and the ATR multiplier, which kind of decides how far away it is, the super trend from the actual chart. Usually I like to go with 5.1, but you can always go with 2.5 or 2 if you like that as well. And it takes away some of the noise of the trading. So you don't want to have as many signals, you want to have less signals. And so normally what you're looking at here is, let's go back over here. When is this? April 23rd. This is a 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, I guess just go over here, maybe. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter all too much. Okay, so this is a good example. So what you're looking for is a change of character right here, and you're looking for the sell sign, okay? So when you're looking at that, this is for day traders, when you're looking at this and you see a sell sign right here and a sell sign right here, that's when you guys are going to be more comfortable doing 15-minute shorts into those 2 sell signs. So you see it right here. It could have worked out if you did it right there, but sometimes it doesn't. But if you see the sell sign right here, and you see the change of character also making the red candles, that's your opportunity to be like, whoa, you can get out of it. Now, this doesn't work 100% of the time. I'm not even going to say it does. But usually you can see if you would have did the shorts right here, you might have gotten stopped out here or something like that. Usually once you have both, it works out. On the green side right here, it gave you both right here. And this one did not work out because we had a big news event. This is back in April. The market just got killed afterwards. So news events, just like they killed me last week, they can also hurt you even with this strategy. However, stop losses should hopefully help you out there. And you can see change of character here worked out a little bit on the 4-hour chart. But again, 4-hour chart right here, you're more likely to go into that trend. So if you have, maybe if I can just, can I find another one here? Got one right here, one right here. Can I guess where's the breakdown here? Where's the breakdown? So you have a breakdown right there. And is there something I'm missing maybe on the daily chart here? No, it should be fine for now. But if you want, you can see how there's a breakdown here. You're heading for support. So maybe if that support gets broken, again, you see that you're in this kind of double bearish territory, you're more likely to start trading on the 4-hour chart here. So maybe if I go back over here, find exactly where that was at. Okay. You see how we bounced off that support for a little bit. As soon as we start closing down below that support level, you can do 15-minute charts and you can try to play it down bit by bit by bit and have some fun with it. This is the 15-minute chart now, so be careful as you're following these things. You're looking to trade the trends that you see on the 4-hour chart, but you're looking to trade 15-minute technicals off of it, if that makes sense. So this is an easy way to do it. Be careful of volatility like this where the news is kind of killing us. So you can see we had a change of character here, we had the sell signal here. So you would have only had about 4 hours of good trading opportunities right here before the market kind of balanced back out. And then again, what have we been talking about? We're holding the 50-month moving average, we're holding the 50-week moving average, and we're holding the 200 weekly moving average. Oh no, that's the 20-week moving average. Those are all support levels that you have to keep in mind here. But as long as you kind of have that totality of what's going on, these signals are usually an easy way to kind of have an idea of when you should be trading. So they kind of tell me in a gist, hey, I see a change of character and a green buy signal. I'm more likely to buy right here, and I can make a lot of money trading during these times. I see a change of character here in a green setting. I can make some good money here. And remember, if you're trading on the 15-minute chart, which is the day trading here, that means you have about, in this experience, maybe things start breaking down here, you had a good 6 bars. What's 6 times 4 is 24. You had 24 hours of solid trading opportunities here. Or if you started to buy some of these dips, they kind of rip back up, and that's what you're looking for. Again, you could also you also had a few hours here of the change of character, but usually I don't trade into that, because usually if you make a mistake or the trade doesn't start working out too well for you, normally, eventually if you just hold, the trade ends up working out. Well, in this scenario right here, change of character on the downward side, it doesn't end up working out. Never ends up working out in your favor. Well, if you trade right here, ends up working out, but let's say you want it to go down more, it doesn't end up going in your favor because the overall trend is still bullish. You want to trade into that trend. That's usually how I would describe a lot of day trading and scalping. Just be careful, because we have a lot of bad news events, and those news events can crush you. Remember, this was banking crisis. So we had the sell event here, and we had the bearish thing right here. So you could have been trading right here and holding. So if you made a mistake, oh, it keeps on going up, didn't hit your stop loss right up here, you're fine. And then boom, it ends up working out. But then again, this was a kind of a crisis here. You have the 2 bullish signals right here. You could have been trading in here a little bit, So you got plenty of time, but you get my point here. That's an easy strategy to use. But what makes it useful is not just using these 2 indicators. It's understanding where the moving averages are. It's understanding where the Fibonacci retracements and extensions are. Maybe Ganfan tools. Maybe just you got to use other tools besides these. But this is a great way to say, hey, let me see where the trend is going, and as long as the trend is good, I'm all on board with following that trend through smaller trades. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, let's pop back over here very fast. There we go. But you can do all that while paper trading, which makes it really nice. But yeah, hopefully that helps out. Trading crypto is for long term. Maybe if you all look, buy, just scalp and buy low, because I feel like it'll drop. Yeah, you better have a stop loss if you're trading right now. It's going to be very, very difficult here for all that type of stuff. Sorry, my dog is over here playing around. He wants to play really, really bad. And Ace, yeah, Ace says there's a lot of good tutorials on this channel. I do have a lot of tutorials on different strategies, but I would really say don't put your money in until you're ready. Really just make a trading journal. Keep track of your trades. Only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. You, over time, when you become a better trader, you can trade a whole bunch of stuff like Matic and BNB and things of that nature. But it can be hard. It can be very, very hard. Like for me, when it comes to can I find this very fast for myself? I think I have to take Loki out here in a little bit. Let's go back over here a little bit. Can I go? No, okay, I can't find it. It's fine. But basically, yeah, paper trading is definitely the way to go here. Hold on one second. My mom's calling me. Turn down the microphone. Okay, sorry about that. Basically, I'm getting picked up a lot earlier than I thought I was. So instead of getting picked up around like 4 o'clock or 3:30, I'm getting picked up at 3:15, which is like a few minutes from now. So, yeah, cool. There's some. The new YouTube layout is horrible. I only see 2 videos per line with a huge thumbnail. It's so annoying. We can't see more videos to watch due to a horrible 2 video per line. I don't. Oh, I guess I haven't been watching YouTube too much as far as the new layout they had. Let me see. I guess I'm used to using my desktop here. I haven't been using my phone to watch YouTube in a while. Most of my stuff is all politics though. Federal charges against Trump, some succession stuff. My streams over here running. Tom Crown was streaming, emergency spice stream, crypto crash, all that type of stuff here. Ron DeSantis, Mr. Beast, Russia, my trading journal. I don't know, whatever. Just channels that are like mine usually because I do some research. Will any of this slow down the Voyager payout? I really want to take advantage of these cheap coins. I don't think so, but Voyager has really been going slow as of late with like getting everybody back the money, what little money they can give back, I guess, because we did see Binance back out of the deal. It's just been kind of an issue for them. I think, when it comes to Voyager though, you get the money when you get the money. I don't even know when it's going to come. They keep on saying certain times, but I don't know. I have no idea. At this point, I don't think they're going to be under any regulatory scrutiny. Excuse me. But we'll just have to wait. But I think they're going to give the money hopefully sometime this summer. And no worries, Jay Perez. Okay, everybody, I'm going to call it a day. I only have a few minutes to get ready, and I thought I was going to have more. So my mom just called me today. We're about to go here any minute now because my grandma's on her way. So I will see you guys a little bit later. I will try to stream later on tonight. I am going to this graduation. It will take some time. I will be going out to dinner with the family afterwards. So maybe around later on the night, I'll be going live. I was going to go live last night when I saw the crash, but I was smoking a joint at the time, and high streaming was probably not the best thing for me to try to do during a market crash event. But tonight I am not going to be getting high, so I will be ready to go and live to help you guys out tonight as well, okay? So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys all for watching the stream today. I'll try to be streaming a little bit more. I just don't like this camera. You guys can see this horrible webcam I'm using since my camera is on the way to California to get fixed up. 6K definition is definitely better than whatever the crap I'm using right now, but I still want to be streaming for you guys and giving you guys my input here. So I'll see you guys later on tonight, and I thank you guys so much for watching. And before I go, Loki wants to say goodbye as well. Loki, wherever Loki is, you can see him in whatever horrible definition this is. Yeah, you guys got to see him for like 2 frames or something like that. Thanks, everybody.